I'm Dr. Jay Nielsen. My wife Jan and I have been working in Haiti for 20 years. And if you'd like to look at all of this in detail, send me an email and I'll zoom reverse a screen and let you walk through these 300 slides at your own control in my discussion. This is the entrance to our West Campus, where the Surgical Center and Clinic is. And this is to orient you. We're on the porch of the 10th grade, looking over the road past surgery and the clinic to the farm. You're looking west. You can see our radio tower back there. This is how we started, 2006, 4-room schoolhouse. We are now 10 grades plus 3 kindergarten. That's our main water station there in the front. We just added these the last few years. Our uniforms for upperclassmen. Kindergarten is in block red. We make a muffin a day. We've made 1 million muffins in the last 15 years. We teleconference with American schools. It's great for both ends. We're building a Raspberry Pi computer lab in a shipping container behind the kindergarten this year. We have a great administration. We just added 10th grade. That last time we were there, they were just putting up the walls. The city of Perrysburg just gave us this park to put in shipping containers and send down our school. We're very excited about that, and so will the kids will be too. You've probably heard about Haiti in the news. It's pretty ugly down there right now. We have 89 gangs that virtually control Port-au-Prince, and it has cut off the only import location, stopped all food and fuel, and is quite a mess. People are losing weight. Starvation is rampant. The good news is it doesn't affect much of the island, and as a result, we're all the way out at the far south end, and we can land at the airport, fly over the mess, and land at our little airport, and in 10 minutes we can be at the school. We work in the Savanette. It is the poorest community in Western Haiti. Picked it for that reason. It's about 25 square miles, about 3,400 people, 340 homes. I know all of that because of disasters. Our land is only what you see here at the farm, medical, Brad Reddick School, gardens, and Carlo land. We have gone through some innovative land swaps and then some leases or trading water for services to add 40 more acres to our production. We ship a lot of containers. We have a radio station online for the past 2 years. That is very popular. We have 6 DJs and 12 hours of programming and then replay it at night. We are on solar power, so we're one of the few radio stations operating in Haiti right now. We live in shipping containers, and we absolutely love them. We have 29 shipping containers currently, and they're laid out like this. Here at the bottom is the guest house. Here is the conference center, front courtyard, work area, and dormitories. I'll show you all of that. And here's a video that allows you to see what you can do with shipping containers. That's the guest house below. You can see we were priming a lot of steel for some welding project. We have a big solar oven there. There's my permaculture streams that I'm putting in right now to raise fish. There's me running into the digital wall. That's the first time I'd ever flown a drone. It's also the last time I flew a drone. And there's the dormitories and the bathrooms and the north area, and then the courtyard and the conference center. This is a huge courtyard with 6 containers making up a common area. We live underneath a big extended porch that is in the shade 90% of the day. We love containers. You get no spiders, ants, bugs, or mosquitoes. And meanwhile, with our solar power at night, we have fans in the Anderson windows that keep us cool. 100% of the water on all of our projects is potable. You can drink water out of any tap you can find in the 25 square miles. So it makes showering and brushing your teeth easy. We have a total of 6 septic systems installed, all with leach heads that serve a variety of toileting systems. We polyurethane our floors. This is the storage area for the guest house where we keep private things and expensive things that we need for conferences. It's how we cook most of our meals, is on a simple LPG range. This is our cooking staff and housekeeping staff. They're also all dear friends of ours. We make bread every day in a New Wave oven, and that's how we wash our dishes. We have any size of refrigeration you could require. That's our 17 toilets and 16 showers, all made out of polyurethane so they can be pressure washed. That's our toothbrushing and shaving stations. At the time of this picture, I hadn't put the mirrors up yet. And everything is handicapped accessible. The dormitories, entrance to conference center, only the guest house is not completely handicapped accessible. These are our dormitory bunks. We have 106 beds for agricultural conference guests. And they sleep on closed cell foam with a double duvet and sheets and blankets and pillows. We have an excellent installed solar system. We have 250 solar panels, some still in storage because we don't need them, and 16 100-pound batteries. And as a result, we have power anytime, all the time, all night. We're also in the process of putting up 3 windmills for cloudy days. This was the installation prior to the second floor of the school. We have 3 listers. These 12 horsepower 6,500 watt generators only use 1/8 of a gallon of diesel in 8 hours of running time. They're magnificent long running engines with very low maintenance. We also have 2 large generators that back those up and provide the dishwashers and the sterilizers for surgery. Fan runs our operation. Shariban is head of security and my old friend. And these are my 2 builders that build everything you've seen. And these are all my professionals of various skill sets. This is our electric washing machine, 300 gallons, chain drive, for the purposes of doing the laundry from surgery and guest house and conferences. We have 1 1/2 40-foot containers dedicated to a triple phase kitchen with a state-of-the-art dishwasher. This is where our 2 security families live that live in the compound at all times, as does Fan. We are not church planters. We attend our local church and support other churches in the community. And we have paid a lot of attention over our design to security, not so much as it's important as you like to have control over what parts of the community you're using at all times. So you can enter through a truck gate or a private walking gate and go into any area without entering any other area if you wish so. We just spackled the entire school and just painted everything until we ran out of paint due to the gasoline crisis. This is a view from surgery back to the farm. This is the conference center. It has an elevated stage and our internet cafe with 8 computer stations. And this now also has a business office in the other end for registration of guests and to allow people to come out to the farm if needed when there's no power in the city, and attorneys can work at our desks or work on Wi-Fi or whatever. These are the women's and men's toilets in the corner of the conference center. This is our first well in 2009. As you can see, we have enough water, and it's all designed to protect the well, prevent backflow, and be able to automatically, when we fill our 16,000 gallon tanks during the day, to have them run back into the system at night without any switching. And that's we have 16,000 feet of PVC serving the entire community. This is our second well, which is right behind the guest house. And it is now sending water into these elevated tanks that are lined with EPDM rolled rubber roofing, and each holds 8,000 gallons, which we're using for farming. This is my shipping facility in Perrysburg. That's a split screen if you're confused by the picture. And we ship bicycles because a man will work 2 weeks for a bicycle, and the bicycles virtually pay for the container. I'm standing on 50 solar panels for those of you who that makes you grind your teeth. We've sent in, well, now 34 cases of textbooks that are for a family that would move in to run the operations as Jan and I retire, and would be able to educate their children and have pleasure reading. Plus I have technical manuals. I have an entire veterinary library in there. I have 1,400 pounds of this quality of sports paraphernalia that was donated to me by Total Sports. We're simply going to sell it along with some of our other products in town when we get our market built, and the profits will go to running the school. This is our next 700 chairs and 76 tables, plus down at the bottom you see 18 lockers for our teachers, and this last load of chairs and tables should complete enough chairs for technical schools and all the grades that we have planned. Unloading in Haiti. You can see all the polyurethane we've shipped in to control surgery. I'm going to cover all of these. These are all work projects that are designed to create employment, sometimes to create income, but mostly to create jobs. This is our first project we ever did. Jan has 53 women, a few of them are men, who make items that we sell here back in the United States, and they make about $400 a year per person selling these items, make them in their by candlelight in their homes at night. There's how we sell them in our sales booth. There's another sales booth and more. This is Jan's second project. She has 48 women who she built a sewing center for. You can see the container through the back there that, when opened up, puts away all the sewing machines and allows the room to be kept empty for community meetings or wedding receptions, etc. And this is the room in operation. These 48 women and men have spent a year in training, learning commercial sewing, and now we're getting ready to start taking.
He has so many people that he has to.
The man who does research on leather for Mercedes and Lexus has given us 2,400 pounds of high-grade leather. Another 2,400 pounds is coming in the next container. And we have 2 commercial leather sewing machines and want to get into furniture, purses, belts, etc. Some for local sale in Haiti and some for re-import to the United States. We have a wedding shop that's actually twice as big as this now and full of dresses and bridesmaids' dresses and men's suits. And we've had quite a few weddings, and this really transforms the conference center into a wedding center. This was Philippe and Joanna's wedding, the first wedding in the facility, and I was best man. This is our Clorox commercial production facility. If you're interested in ever doing this in your own community, one of these devices can make 10 gallons of Clorox a day with nothing but a 12-volt battery charger. We're manufacturing 110 gallons a day and then giving it to families in the community 5 gallons at a time, and they collect pop bottles from the trash, label them with Sharpies that they're poison, and whatever they sell they can keep. I have plans one day to be the first automobile manufacturer in Haiti. I keep saying that, it never happens. This is a BUV. It has a 10 horsepower Kohler engine, does 19 miles an hour, carries 2,600 pounds, can climb a 45-degree grade, and can tow. It is a wonderful vehicle for $5,100. There's R2 in Haiti. You can see that the one on the right, one of the oldest in the world, is quite the beater. We have had many things bad happen in Haiti that canceled agricultural conferences, and finally this year, Agriculture Unleashed came down. That's Paul Farmer's partner, who left him a few years ago and decided to do agriculture. They're on the left, Roger Geitzen, and loved it, and they're coming back next year. They teach how to, with no money, restore your land and bring it to fertility. And there's the men having lunch, and there they are outside in our gardens working on their soil preparation. Evening conferences. This is William Sania. He was the agronomist to the president until he was assassinated, and he plans to do 10 conferences a year at our facility, and also wants to hold the Caribbean Permaculture Conference at our facility. And I thought that was ridiculous because I don't even have a fish, but he said I'm ahead of everybody else, so we're going to do it at my place. We have 106 rabbits a year ago. I haven't counted lately, on the back of a 40-foot container. And we've created an under the container vermiculture system that allows us to rapidly harvest compost and worms. We are in the process of building, these are called chicken tractors, and what they do is you move them 20 feet every day, and they just mow and fertilize your entire pasture while the birds can't get away and get in trouble, protects them from predators. And we're also going to take the last 52 feet on the back of our production containers and raise this quail, which reaches a 1.5 pound breast weight in 10 weeks and lays an egg a day. This was developed by the University of Texas in Austin, and it's a very inbred bird that basically is designed to be grown in very closed environments. These are permaculture streams. They really don't hold water right now. I shot these pictures after a rain. And these are our tanks. We're in the middle of putting biological liners in them right now. I have two 86,000 gallon tanks. There they are, both. This is my land that I can use. Actually, I just made an agreement for the space in between. The brothers' land, it is impossible to grow citrus in Haiti because all of the water got saline in it. Our water does not, and we are virtually going to have a monopoly on citrus, and then we're going to dry it and ship it around the entire island. We're going to let people in the community raise vegetables using community water and buy them from them and dehydrate the fruit and vegetables, and then we're going to smoke meats, and those are going to be my employment opportunities along with a couple other projects. And this is what we intend to fence. Actually, our farm there in the middle where it says fish and fowl, and this is all fenced now. This is the two brothers working on citrus grapes, and they're also raising food for our rabbits. And this is our first citrus tree crop. You can see it's getting bigger in the left picture. And this is Vanel to the north end, where he is going to show pastoral agroforestry and show that you can raise animals under trees. He will deal with the trees, and I will provide the animals and raise them for slaughter. And that is Fan's brother, Maxon, who's running my protein production facility. We managed to trade land with a neighbor, Carlo, and now our land touches our gardens. And this is the first garden we ever planted. This was in 2013. We have 40 acres of irrigation. That's our production facility for seed plants. And we raised a lot of different gardens. This is what our moringa forest looked like after Hurricane Matthew came through at 190 miles an hour. And we replanted 8,000 trees in the Sabinet and gave them away to the community to put trees back, and essentially worked on food trees as much as we could. There's breadfruit. There's bamboo. I have 86 plants currently. I think we planted 20 more last week. I plant bamboo any place I can get water to drip. There's our horticultural work, where we eventually want to be one more place that provides beautiful plants for purchase if you want it. I don't think it's a very good market. We are just completing our Faith Surgical Center. We had a very large grant from a family. Their daughter, named Faith, died in childbirth, and we have many projects we're trying to do with that, and there's dedicated to Faith Deppert. We have one container dedicated to optical, and we have 18,000 pair of glasses and extensive diagnostics. The physical is made from 4 high cube containers. And there's optical, that is 20 feet twice side by side. And we have a completely computerized system. It is insulated on the roof, reflective aluminum roof. There's the layout with surgery 1 in the middle and surgery 2 in the back corner. Both of them are intentionally away from the sun. And we have a laboratory at the bottom, a bathroom, sterilizer room, an entry, and a brief recovery area with storage. You can see optical to the right. There's a layout of it made out of Luan. And on the left is post-op. That will have a roof covering both of them, plus a large porch. And this is our generator air conditioning room. Back wall. There it is in the middle of construction. There's OR1. This is what it looked like after we left. Fan sent me these pictures with the vinyl floor down. This is interlocking vinyl floor and steel walls with enamel paint, so we can pressure wash these rooms and mop them up. To orient you, here is the solar on top of the second floor, the school, kindergarten, the road, medical clinic, surgery, and now there is the roof on post-op. There's the cement for post-op. There's the layout of beds in post-op. Close-up. This is our clinic. We've worked in this since 2008, and Marie France has been there since that time. She runs a free clinic 2 days a week, along with a Mel there in the back corner. She's very good because we take in American teams not to see patients, but to teach her medicine. She's a good learner. King and AmeriCares provide us extensive medication to keep the clinic open. This is during the first earthquake in 2010. I broke the air barrier in by landing illegally in Lacaille after Hillary locked all the airflow down. And we had a little bit of a political battle, and I won. And the next day we had, in the end, 75 planes a day coming in delivering humanitarian aid, much to Hillary's chagrin. This is Rudolph Richemet, who I met during the first earthquake. And he's the person who encouraged me to build a private practice surgical facility. He says that all of the surgeons in Haiti are looking for a place that is clean, bug-free, and that they can come and do difficult private cases while they bring their team out to stay in the guest house. So I expect to have American teams come, and I expect to have Haitian surgeons come. He was trained at Chapel Hill. Excellent orthopedist. This young boy, that's an hour after he completely amputated his foot at the ankle in a motorcycle accident. And that is a year later, and Rudolph re-implanted it, and he is completely ambulatory today. He now works for me as a laborer. He's 18 years old. This is a young boy that in the second earthquake a year ago got caught in the building, and he ended up with a Salter fracture that froze at 90 degrees. And Dr. Oda, a French-trained Haitian orthopedic surgeon, fixed that. He is now out of braces, off crutches, and doing very well. This surgery was about 4 months ago. This is some of my surgical supplies: tables, fluoroscope, sterilizers, anesthesia machines. There's the fluoroscope. I do platelet-rich plasma. I have endoscopy. I went to a big auction 4 weeks ago in October of 2022, and I got 2 phacometers, extensive eye equipment, department, a lot of military cots I'm going to trade for work, oxygen concentrators, an x-ray department, an audiology department, small equipment, more anesthesia machines, 3 ultrasounds, labor and delivery monitors, just great stuff. We took a direct hit from Hurricane Matthew, 190 miles an hour for 9 hours from the south in 2016, and then in 2021 we're at the epicenter of the earthquake. Disasters have not been good to us. They've slowed up a lot of our construction and projects, and we have ended up putting roofs on 35 buildings and building 55 homes after Hurricane Matthew. And that's the home we built, not big, but it was more than anybody had, and we were in a lot of trouble. These are mostly named after people because families built these homes for us. And then a year ago, we got hit by an earthquake higher Richter than the one in Port-au-Prince, but in a not densely populated area, but unfortunately it hit our community directly. And we started a block making factory that's still in business, and we have 8 men that can make 600 block per day. And we had 22 masons who volunteered to work at half wages, and they went around and we saved 119 homes from collapsing, which we thought was our best investment. King Benevolent gave us a $50,000 grant. My church gave us the rest of the money. On that project, I found out that there are 55 families, all of them with no men, widowed or abandoned, living in what I call hot tin boxes. And I have decided to put them on this land, fence it, plant it as a fruit farm, and let them live among the trees, taking care of the gardens, and give them some employment and have them have a bakery that they can make some money making commercial baked goods. And here's how I found these people living. She's living in that. Someone's living in it. And so we're going to put 16 quadrangles of 4 homes with a latrine system, showers, and a work area on that land. And we're looking for donors to build quadrangles. It'll cost me about $5,000 to do 4 homes. This is the land. And I worked with Penta Technical, and they made me 5 rocket stoves to run both my commercial operations for smoking and also for running the bakery. And if you've never seen a rocket stove, there's what it is. They're very fuel efficient, very controllable because they have air damping. There you are, 2006. That's the community we walked into, and we built a school. There it is in 2022. My favorite statement from the literature, Dr. Seuss. But now says the once learned, now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. It is my mantra for life. Unless someone like you. Thank you for your time.